Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for another match here tonight in the play-ins. Moving on up to the rival league, we've got the number 9 Blaze going up against the number 10 Vortex. Your boy Psychonautic in the booth, ready to bring that action straight to you. And I am joined again tonight by my friend Malo. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Some banger matches tonight, and we're going to go into our second of three Firestorm org matches. So they're making it up for the regular season here. So that's I'm sure Firestorm's happy about that, being able to finally be on stream. So, but playoffs, play-ins, it's a lot. So I can't wait to get started.
Yeah, that is true. And all the teams are in the lobby. Unlike yesterday, our match was a little bit slow, but these guys are rearing, ready to go, Malo. Let me get that caster prediction from you real quick, because I know we're running a little bit behind here. So we can get this on the road.
Oh man, I'm not going to do a score this time, but I will say that you got Venom and you got Grav on the Vortex being two of the top 15 players with the player rating, I should say, in Rival. It's kind of hard to go against that, but you can't put out the flame yet, right? So or the Blaze, I guess I should say, wrong team on there, but Fire Pun, whatever. Uh, so I'm not sure if they'll go Blaze or if it'll be a Vortex.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty close one myself, but I got a little org bias in me, as I am in I'm in the victory org with Vortex. Grav's actually one of my good buddies, and he was actually, when he first came in Nemesis, he was on Vikings with me. That was the first season that Vikings were an actual thing. And he's worked his way all the way up to Vortex. He's been the GM over there for a little while. So big shout outs to Grav there. But Blaze has got the smooth buff. So like any of the Fire Org teams can just pop off at any time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure Smooth has tried to get a lot of training in for all of these teams for the playoffs and play-ins to make sure that they do their best. And so that's one reason why you can't count them out in this, even if you're going against two of the top 15 players. So I think this is going to be an exciting one. Will we see our first game 5? I don't know. I would love to see it, but hopefully, hopefully soon. It looks like we're gonna do another lobby here because Rocket League's being Rocket League right now.
You gotta
Um,
love Central server is so good.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but anyway, what we could do, maybe, I don't think we'll have time here, but I was gonna have you go over the bracket real quick, Psycho, if we do have time. I'm not sure if we do.
Yeah, I didn't think we did have much time, but it seems like we have a lot more than we originally anticipated. So yeah, bracket sounds good. And you'll see on the bracket we've got 9 and 10 Blaze and Vortex. The loser here goes home. The winner goes on to play. I don't got the stream up, and I'm forgetting who they go on to play. Help me out here.
Lightspeed.
Lightspeed, right. So the winner here will go on to play Lightspeed. That match will be played on Saturday, and the winner of that will secure the final spot in the playoff tournament. So lot on the line here. Somebody's going home tonight, Malo. Blaze, Vortex. I can't say who it's going to be. I'm gonna put my money on Vortex getting the W here tonight, but that's just some org bias, and yeah, I mean that's just how I feel about it. Looks like these cats are ready to go.
Let's go. Yeah, I think that's a good assessment there. But what I'd say now is that you got to win and in, right? So you got to win and go forward now.
That's very true. And we're going to get this thing going. It looks like there is still some ping issues that a couple of players are having, but for the most part, it looks fairly even. One from each team. And Venom, he was one of the ones having ping issues, but I guess he's just going to play through it.
And he's not the only one. Grav over here with some issues too, but Venom's like, it's just a little bit extra. I'm rival. I can adjust to this. So he did just that.
Yeah, Grab getting the red ping issues here. We'll see how he's able to manage that as the double commit comes out for Vortex. Excuse me, Blaze is going to pop that up. Flame Intruder going to take it out of the corner, misses a second touch. Morty trying to take control of it, but Nathan to take it away from him. And Grab going to clear that one out. Vortex trying to get some offense going as Venom goes up, gets the second touch off the back wall, but can't get it in front of the net. Morty with a touch trying to buy some time for Grab as he rotates back, but I got to wonder if his ping gave him some issue there. I know sometimes as soon as the ball gets hit, you just don't have enough time to react, and that looks like that might have been what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. The rubber banding when you're dealing with a higher ping and potentially even packet loss is painful. And you know, as rival, you're needing that ping to be as best as possible. So, you know, right now, looking at these teams, the one thing I noticed was that Pred is not playing for Vortex. So, do you have any insight as to why that is?
I actually don't, since I'm not an AGM or anything, I really don't know much about any of the Victory Org teams other than, you know, their records and stuff, because I don't have access to all the chats. But, you know, hey, it might be a ping issue, because I would assume Morty is subbing in for him, and he doesn't seem to have any problems. He seems to be fitting into the Vortex rotations quite nicely. So we'll see how it plays out for him. You know, having ping issues and a sub is not the greatest situation to be in.
Yeah, it isn't. But you know, right now they're tied up, so they're doing at least a little something right with Morty as the third. I don't know how much practice he's gotten with the rest of the team, but as we look at this here, it seems to be not. Oh, and as I say that, Morty's over here doing bumps on his own teammate. But anyway, yeah, I'm surprised to see how well they've been working out so far.
We'll see if they continue to work out. We got a tie ball game, 3 minutes left. Game number 1 of this best of 5 series. Which team will be able to get the upper hand here? Well, either will we see an overtime in game 1 as the ball gets pinched dangerously back towards Vortex's net. Venom gonna miss his clearing touch. Nathan puts it down for a teammate. Sprinkle can't get it in. It's gonna hit the post and bounce out. Morty trying to get that ball cleared for Vortex, and Venom gonna go ahead and finish out that clear, send it all the way down. Sprinkle a little bit dangerous, looking to get something going in the midfield. You can't give that man any space apparently. And Venom gonna follow that ball, looking to get a 50, bouncing off the top of Inflame Intruder. Sprinkle gonna break up the offensive push from Vortex as the ball gets floated over to the mid. Morty was there, but a great 50 from Nathan to keep that ball out of Blaze's territory. And Grav cutting off the play. Sprinkle with the shot, but Morty gets an amazing save at the last second. He had just enough boost to get to that ball, and he is just doing his best to play some solid defense right now. Venom a little bit awkward. Morty gonna pop that ball up. Looks like Venom might have got bumped into the net. Blaze just doing the most right now, Malo, in the offensive zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talked about Morty's save there. I actually think he didn't even have any boost, and as that happens, Morty isn't able to get back to that one, and Nathan gets a goal on 2-1, 141 to go.
Yeah, it's tough. Blaze was really putting on the offensive pressure, and it paid off for him. I know a little bit of Vortex doing a really good job defensively, especially with the ping issues that they got. That can make the defense, your defensive plays really, really tricky, but they seem to be working with it as best that they can. But will it be enough, or are they going to suffer, the victimhood of losing game 1 basically to ping issues? As Morty's going to pop this one up over to the mid, tries to solo on Blaze, but doesn't get the ball past the final defender. As Flame Intruder going to bang that one down, trying to get another one, but Morty puts it around him. Morty in the midfield around another one, trying to find Grab, but Sprinkle breaks up the play. Great defense from him. As Flame Intruder going to bang that one out, sending it back down to Vortex. 1 minute remaining here, and Vortex still down by 1. Malo, I don't know what they got to do. I maybe it's my bias, but I just feel like it's a ping issue. Oh, Morty doesn't have ping issues, and he missed that ball, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue to an extent, but you got to remember the last series, local was having a high ping, and he came out with the victory. So, but you also have two people with the issue, but one of them is more of a packet loss than a high ping, and packet loss is actually much worse than having a high ping because it's not receiving everything, so the game will rubber band extremely hard sometimes, which is really hard to read. I can attest to that myself. So last 7 seconds here, and Vortex has got to do something.
And I don't think that they're going to be able to as the ball is kept up. Possibly they got a dream, but nobody there to keep it up. Blaze going to be your victors in game number 1 of this best of 5 series, but Vortex hoping to get something off of this server reset. Sure, hoping that it's going to fix some issues, but maybe not. Some I've seen server resets happen multiple times and nobody's ping gets fixed.
Yeah, yeah, and it's possible that sometimes you have to go to a different region just to get around it because it is one of those things that can sometimes be a certain region. So, but we look at the stats here, and the stats, 5 shots to 10 shots, where the Blaze had 10, and the defense wasn't too bad for Vortex, but just getting outshot like that, it's gonna happen to where you get scored on. So that's what happened here, especially in Rival.
Yeah, I fully agree. And I mean, you say especially in rival, but really in any league, if you got one team that's just generating offense just constantly, they're going to eventually score. It's just inevitable. It's like math.
Yeah, it really is. And as we load up the lobby here, we're in here already, and I can tell you that the pings look dramatically better. So I think we're going to see a much different game two from Vortex here. What do you think they're going to do here to get themselves back into the series, Psycho?
Honestly, I think they're just going to put their hands together and pray that they're not getting the packet loss, that they've got good ping. And I mean, they look solid even playing through that. So I would imagine when they can accurately predict when the other team is going to hit the ball or where the ball is going to go once it's hit, I think that we're going to see, just based on that, we're going to see a different Vortex team. Grav specifically is no this isn't his first rodeo being 10th seed, and he took Venom. He was on the Venom team that went all the way from 10th seed to win the grand finals. So this is something that I fully believe that Vortex can do. It's just will they be able to pull it off against Blaze? I just seen them join for a second and it looked like they all had green ping, so this could be a very, very good situation for Vortex.
Yeah, absolutely. So now the question is, does Vortex drive circles around the Blaze? That is the big question now.
Personally, I don't think that they're going to necessarily drive circles around them. I think it's going to get them back into the competitive edge. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
Blaze nothing to, nothing to shake a stick at. They can turn it up when they want to turn it up. I've already said they got the smooth buff. I've seen that in action, and I'm a believer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And oh man, I can't wait till we get this started here. But looking at this, if you're Blaze, what do you got to do here to continue that dominance that you had in game one? Despite the issues that were there.
I say you just got to keep up the offense. You got to keep your foot on the pedal. Don't give Vortex any room. Get all the offensive bumps you can get. Keep them out of their rotations. I think they really, they're in a good position. They can, one, they can put on a lot of pressure. They can take big chances. Two, they can stand to lose a game here, and they're still even in the series, so it's not a big deal for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can also kind of use this game, or at least, part of it even, to say, okay, let's see what the Vortex really do, and uh and then go from there. So here we go, Psycho.
And kicking off game number 2 here, Blaze versus Vortex. Blaze up by 1 in this best of 5 series. Morty with the touch out of the corner. Venom there takes the shot, the double commit from Blaze, but it works out for him. They get the save and they're able to clear the ball out. Sprinkle gets a demo, on Morty as he rotates through. Flame Intruder trying to keep the ball away. Venom following it out, 50 in with Sprinkle. Sprinkle has the 50 again in the midfield as it goes up the sidewall. Flame Intruder there gets the touch, tries to bump Morty off the ball, successfully bumps Morty off the ball, but Morty gets back around to it. Grav popping it up off the backboard. Nathan is there, but he can't find much with the ball. Sprinkles up, gets a touch. Will he be able to follow it out of the corner? No, Grav is going to send that one away. Blaze, in this first minute, Malo, have already started to show that they are doing the same thing from game number 1. They don't care about the ping. They're going to keep bringing that pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing, that you will also see at the same time is that Vortex are definitely making their touches more almost all the time now versus the first time. And there's also a lot less double commits. I noticed that happened quite a bit too. And that might have been, due to that same issue with the pings. But now I think they can get into more of a rhythm and start doing that offensive pressure that they were looking for.
And we're sitting with a 0-0 scoreline, 3 minutes and 33 seconds, and Venom taking a shot. Sprinkle gonna make that save. Flame Intruder trying to get a little sneaky shot there, but Grav was back in time. Venom pushing it down, no beans to work with here. Off the backboard, Sprinkle gonna send it away, cleared out past the midline as Grav bangs that one down. Not much to follow with, but he's gonna get a touch. Sprinkle is there, as he has been all series so far. He's been a solid defender. Morty with the shot. Sprinkle again with another save. Just a brick wall defender. Sprinkle not able to get that touch. Venom gonna take it away from him as Flame Intruder gonna get it taken by Morty. Vortex starting to gear up in the offensive zone here as the ball's gonna get pinched across the net of Blaze. Venom popping it up. Morty off the backboard, can't get the touch, trying to find the pass play, and Grav getting another touch, just trying to play keep away from Flame Intruder. Trying to send it back. Flame Intruder puts it across the mid. Sprinkles there, but Grav gonna get that defensive touch, send it out. Morty to send it across the line. Venom with the bump. Morty trying to get in there, but Sprinkle gonna take it away. We're down to the second half here. Game number 2, Malo. There's a lot of back and forth here. This is a much more competitive game than game 1.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The only thing that you'll notice here is that Blaze, despite having some initial attempts on pressure, hasn't had a shot in, and oh my goodness, look at Venom go there. What a pass by Morty. Good job on the Vortex offense there.
Let's go, Vortex. No, I'm just kidding. That's toxic. But a great shot, great play coming out from Vortex there. Just putting it exactly where it needed to be. Vortex showing up and showing out, getting the first goal of game number 2 here. That's exactly what they needed. Some momentum as Venom gets another shot on net. A pretty crazy angle too.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Nice little pop up there by Grav. And right now the Vortex have the Blaze all twisted upside down.
And will Blaze be able to come back? They got 1 minute and 52 left on the clock. Plenty of time to make this happen. Only down by 2. Morty is up. Oh, almost got bumped out by Nathan, but still made the save. The Sprinkle sends this one back across the mid. The shot from Flame Intruder, but Venom gets in front of it, putting a stop to the offensive push of Blazes. Grav's gonna bang it off the backboard, and Flame Intruder sends it off to the side. As Blaze desperately tries to clear this ball out, they're not able to. The double commit coming out from Vortex. This might be bad for them. Venom left back alone, but he's got enough juice to get it out of there. Venom picks up the boost pad, gets it past 3, but it goes a little bit too high as Grav's gonna send that one back. Morty with the touch off the backboard. The 50 coming out from Venom off the ceiling over to Grav, and he finds an empty net.
Oh man, the Vortex are just having their way with Blaze this time, and they're putting the flames out. It's you look at the shots here, and it's pretty crazy that the only offense we've really seen from Blaze was a couple of goals ago, previous goals ago, where they had a couple of shots on net. But yeah, just Vortex having it way. Oh, and what a shot there. So Psycho, last minute. What do you want to see from Blaze here?
I want to see the exact same thing that I'm seeing from Blaze. I'm loving this because Vortex is up 3-0. But in order for them to bring it back, I think that they definitely have to shut down this Vortex offense 100%. And I'm not trying to be toxic, but honest, with 30 seconds, the way Vortex is playing in this specific game, I don't think that they're going to be able to bring back 3 goals. It would be pretty amazing feat in my opinion. But hey, you know, it could be possible. We'll see in the final 20 seconds here as Sprinkle trying to get it going. Bounces out to the mid. Sprinkle there, gets the shot. Oh my goodness, he almost started it out, but Venom gets his savior medal. The final 10 seconds now as Vortex is trying to just clear this ball out, waste the clock away so they can get this W, and that's pretty much going to be all she wrote. Vortex going to take game number 2 off the board, and we got a tied series.
Oh man, Vortex doing work in that one. They had the Blaze up in a tornado, and they just were flying everywhere, but not doing anything on offense. That's what you needed to see there from Blaze, was to get more offense, and they finally started to show life towards the end. But you know, Vortex was just too strong there.
They certainly were. Venom, 745. That man had 2 goals, an assist, 3 saves. He was just doing the most for his team. I think if he's going to keep playing like that, Blaze has definitely got to make some changes here. I think they're definitely strong offensively, but they have to figure out a way to shut down Vortex's offense, because Vortex, if they keep the offense like that, they just doubled down. Like Blaze was doing so much offense in game number 1, and Vortex was like, I guess we gotta up that. So, you know, I'm thinking we're gonna see the same thing from Blaze here. We're pull the stops out, turn the afterburners on, and let it rip.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we're starting here with this game, and I think just exactly what Sprinkle did there. I think the Blaze need to start doing more demos and bumps to get those opportunities and create them, so that way they can, you know, push forward. As oh man, I thought that was a wide open goal there, and you know, even up in rivals, sometimes you might see open goals missed like that, and it's rare, but it's not something you'll see often.
That's very true. I mean, nobody's safe from accidentally shanking a shot. You know, it happened to anybody. Even I'm sure even the pros sometimes have days where they just cannot hit the back of a net. But it looks like Sprinkle is not going to be that way here in game number 3, starting things off for Blaze with the first goal. That's exactly what they needed. They needed that momentum back.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a great beat there by Sprinkle. Venom almost back to pinch it off the ceiling or the crossbar, but just slow enough to not make it back. So Blaze got to continue there, keep that flame lit, and continue that offense.
How will Vortex react to this? A big demo. Morty with the shot, but can't get it past the defender. Flame Intruder, absolutely nuts on the goal line there, putting it on for Blaze. As Venom trying to find the pass to Morty, gonna have to 50. Grab with the shot, puts it down the middle lane, but Flame Intruder there makes an easy save. Is Morty gonna pinch this back towards the mid? Flame Intruder gonna beat, grab to the ball. Sprinkle off the backboard, no juice to follow. And Morty with a good backboard touch to clear it away from Vortex net. Venom puts it down past Nathan in the midfield, gets a demo on one. As the ball popped up, Morty puts it back into Blaze's half. The ball has popped up again. Just looks like Vortex just trying to play keep away from Blaze right now, trying to find an opening, create an opportunity. But Blaze definitely playing some solid defense, much better than they were playing in game number 2. We'll have to see here, Malo. Oh, as the pass plays start to come out, Venom wasn't sure what to do. It looked like he was about to go for a demo and then just turned off. But the defense able to put that one down. And there we go. Blaze trying to start some offense here, Malo. But I'm not sure. I'm at a loss of words right now. Take over.
Yeah. So, you know, you say that, but the one thing that's really sticking out right now is Venom. Venom has nothing on the scoreboard. It doesn't look like he's been participating at all. I'm not sure if he's getting demoed a lot, because you saw the Blaze demoing there for a bit, but Venom, he's just kind of seemingly out of these plays. Oh, what a save!
It certainly happens that way sometimes. Sometimes the ball's just not in your rotation. You know, there are games like that. The shot coming out, Grab with a huge save, picking up his third save in this game. And now Grab trying to clear this ball out. No juice to follow. Flame Intruder sending that one towards the net. Venom, not a lot of juice himself. It seems like I'm starting to realize this, Malo, but it looks like a lot of times Vortex has been out of boost. So I'm guessing that is a result of boost control from Blaze. They must be doing a really good job as Flame Intruder comes in, takes a shot. Nobody from Vortex ready for that.
Yeah, and you have a double commit right there by Venom and Grab, and that really hurt the offense. And I think there was a bump there again too by Venom to Morty. So, you know, the Vortex are definitely now driving around in circles on defense, and it's costing them.
It certainly is. Blaze is definitely not a team that you want to just give opportunities because they're going to hit it 9 times out of 10. And they've proven that so far here in game number 3. With 1:30 left on the clock, they are up by 2, looking to take the lead in the series. Grab looking for the the double tap off the backboard as Flame Intruder sends that one down. Can't get it on net, but he did beat out the defense there. Sprinkle trying to put it in front of the net. Venom gonna fling that one away. Grab just playing it slow, trying to play defense. Nathan puts the ball in such an awkward place. Flame Intruder looked like he missed. Well, he did miss, but he was in the right place at the right time for the second hit.
Oh man, you know Nathan, we haven't really talked about a lot either. He's kind of been on the bottom side of the scoreboard the most time, but he's doing it where it's important, and that's why the score doesn't matter, and that showed right there exactly that. So, you know what you want to see now, I'd say from Vortex. Oh, never mind. I was about to say get Venom more involved, actually, and so. Morty there, nice little tap past. I didn't see who that was, but letting Venom score that. So great job there. 3-1, 57 seconds left.
Yeah, Morty close to peeking on him right there. Almost caught that double touch off of the ceiling. That would have went straight in. That would have been a disgusting shot, but turned into it turned into a goal either way. Nathan with a huge save on the goal line, putting his team on his back right there. 3-1 still for Blaze in the lead, and they are trying to keep that lead. Doing everything in their power and doing a great job. Flame Intruder taking a long shot, just trying to wind down the clock. 30 seconds left, and Vortex still down by 2. Will they be able to make a comeback? They have to do something like now, as Morty makes a good defensive touch there. And Grab getting the offender off the ball. Grab still sticking with it, but not a lot of juice to work with. Gets a great pass infield, but Venom has to deal with Flame Intruder there, not able to get a solid shot on net. The final seconds now ticking down, and this looks like pretty much a wrap for game number 3, as it's gonna go to Blaze. Blaze now up 2-1 in the series. They're sitting at match point. They only need one more to send Vortex home, shut down their whole season.
Yeah, and you know, you look at this shot-wise, they're pretty even. Vortex got one more shot in that series, but 9 saves, 3 for each member of Blaze there, and they were doing work on defense. And I think a lot of that dealt with the boost management you alluded to. The boost management is what really killed them. So you know what you would want to see as Vortex next time here is you're going to want to see them manage that boost a lot more. Go for more small pads. You know, it's. I feel weird talking about this as you know, as a novice while watching Rival here, but you definitely got to manage that boost more. And one way to do that is grabbing those small pads.
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm not sure if it was mismanagement by Vortex of their boost or if it was just good boost control from Blaze. They were spending a lot of time down there in the offensive zone, so they might have been snagging those big pads every chance they got, you know, and shutting down somebody's boost whenever they're on their heels in the defensive zone. That is a surefire way to score a goal. And you know, whether it was bad boost management or good boost control, for either way, worked out in the favor of Blaze there. They had game 3 win. Now they're sitting on match point. looking to send Vortex home. Vortex got to win the next 2 games in a row to stay alive here in Season 10. As Grab
Yeah.
coming off the side. Oh, my bad. What's up, Molly?
Sorry, I thought you were pausing there. My bad. Oh, and of course, through all that confusion, there was some confusion on the side of Blaze there, and Flame leaving it wide open, and Sprinkle wasn't able to get in position, and Morty was able to capitalize.
Yeah, he certainly was. That's exactly what Vortex wanted. It seemed, and if the trend continues, I'm thinking Vortex is going to take this game because it seems, I believe, every single game up to this so far, the first team that has scored has ended up winning that game. So we'll see if that trend continues here. If it does, hey, Vortex is staying alive. We're going to see a Game 5 Champions Field. You love to see it, and I mean, I hope to see. I hope to see some overtimes too. But Sprinkle in the midfield, putting it down, but Grav keeps it away from Intruder there. Nathan trying to get some offense going here for Blaze. Blaze needing to do the most right now to get back into this game, tie this thing up. Venom trying to get it cleared out, but it gets batted away. Morty keeping the offensive pressure alive. It's not very strong right now, but Vortex just trying to create some opportunities, moving the ball around. Flame Intruder pinching it out. Morty off the backboard, but Sprinkle gets a great defensive touch. Venom trying to keep it alive. Nathan gonna bang that one away. And it does seem at this point, Malo, that Vortex has a little bit of edge, seemingly, not only because they're up by 1, but I mean, they just seem to be controlling the ball in their offensive zone a little bit more than Blaze. But I mean, it could flip at any time, I feel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially with where we're at, Forbidden Temple. You never know what's going to happen, and you know the script might be one thing, but the script doesn't listen or doesn't get affected by the Forbidden Temple. The Forbidden Temple does what it wants. So we'll see what happens. But you know, Vortex just needs to continue what they've been doing, and I think they'll be able to take this game.
Yeah, Forbidden Temple do be like, oh, Venom not able to get there in time, but Forbidden Temple do be like a Google algorithm, not gonna lie. As Grav coming in with the shot, Flame Intruder with a great save there, though. Nathan send it out to the mid. Grav gonna keep it out of Vortex defensive zone. Grav can't get another touch in the corner. Morty trying to break up Blaze there in their backfield as Flame Intruder tries to get it past the defender, but can't. Grav a little bit awkward, but he's still with the ball. Oh no, he just barely missed the ball there as Nathan takes over. Venom buying some time with good defensive touches. Sprinkle with the shot, but Morty back in time. Morty been a huge proponent on Vortex's defense so far, Malo, and this whole series he's been huge.
Yeah, absolutely, he has. And you know that person that's huge on defense, or yeah, with like Morty and Nathan. You know that's what helps you get in certain positions to be able to get those offensive pushes, and that's exactly what Blaze needs right now.
Venom with the shot. Can Sprinkle get back in time? No, he can't. Venom gonna get the long goal, and now Vortex up by 2.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about a little bit of kind of switched over to the Blaze talking about Morty, but you know, here we see in Vortex doing what they've been doing lately, and they're up by 2 now.
And with 1:40 left on the clock, this is not the position you want to be in if you're Blaze, especially knowing that you're going to have to go to a Game 5. Game 5 could go either way at this point. I really think it's going to come down to whoever scores first in Game 5, but hopefully it's a little bit more competitive, a little bit more back and forth, because I love to just see, you know, it's just good Rocket League. When you got 2 teams that are just so close in skill, and you don't have one just completely demolishing the other. It's just really good. It's a showcase of the game that is Rocket League. As Morty gonna take a shot, but it's gonna be a little bit high. The final 60 seconds ticking down. Sprinkle with a long ball, almost trying to answer, but Grab gonna get back in time to send that one away. In the final 60 seconds, what do you think, Molly? Do you think Blaze has got what it takes to bring it back and just close this whole thing down right now?
I mean, you got to say never, right? That it won't happen. But it's Forbidden Temple, so it's very possible. I would never count them out on this. And, you know, I almost saw them do a triple commit goal score earlier. So It's possible.
The final 30 seconds, Morty getting his third save of the game. Can Blaze do it? Can they secure? They need to secure a goal as soon as they possibly can to get back to that kickoff line and try and score a kickoff goal to stay alive here. But it doesn't look like it's going to work out for him. Sprinkle trying everything that he can. No juice to work with here. He gets an amazing pass out to the mid, and his teammate just barely misses that shot. And that's pretty much going to do it for Blaze right here. Vortex going to be your victors in game number 4 as soon as the ball touches the ground. And there you have it, Vortex, your winner. We're going on to a game number 5. Game 5 alerts, get them things rolling. Who's going to take this? Who's going to go home? It's all on the line.
Oh man, uh, I don't know if I'd call that a curse, but that'd be a nice prediction that I did there, calling hopefully seeing a game 5 here. But one of the things that we can say about this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first game 5 of the play-in. So, I could be corrected there if needed, but we love to see it, just like you said, Psycho. The content, the back and forth, all of it. It's great to see. Who do you think's going to take this game 5?
To be honest, I think it could go to either team. I'm gonna put my money on Vortex. I'm true to the org. That's my home. But I think I truly think that it could go to either team. I think because both of these teams have showed up. Game 1 and game 3, Blaze, not only did they win, they won. You know what I mean? Like, it was multiple goals ahead. But it's the same thing for Vortex. Game 2 and game 4, they didn't win by 1 goal. They won by multiple goals. So, I honestly think it's going to come down to who scores first. Truly. Whoever scores this first goal, I think, is going to win this game.
Oh, and yeah, Morty almost scored it right there. And, that is absolutely true. That's kind of the pattern I've noticed lately is the scores aren't really close, and the first person who scores pretty much wins the series. So, with that knowledge, you got to go with, come on, we got to score first. And so you might see some crazy attempts at touches, which I believe we saw earlier by Morty. So let's see what happens here with 4 minutes left.
As Morty gets a big bang right before getting big banged, demolished off of the field, but he is back with a vengeance here, trying to get another touch. Nathan going to keep it away from him. Venom looking for a double, gets the double, but it can't find the back of the net, hits the post or the crossbar and bounces out. Nathan popping it up. The double commit from Vortex. Hopefully this does not go bad for them, but it does. Nathan with a huge play out of the corner. What a shot.
Oh man, what a pass there by Nathan, beating Grav there for that. And I think it bounced just off of Morty there. But great attempt there by Morty. But yeah, that double commit killed him there.
It certainly did, as that wasn't the first double commit that they got punished for in this series. But will they be able to bring it back? 3 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for any team to get multiple goals. But will Vortex be able to do it? Or is this already in the bag for Blaze? Is it a first score wins type deal? We'll have to see in the remaining minutes here, as Morty gonna try and get this one out. Has the 50 with a Blaze member there. Grav sends it big. Morty gets up to help it down the field. Venom there missing his touch, leaving Morty a little bit awkward. Has to 50 with Sprinkle there, but it bounces off of the top. Venom able to clear that one out. Morty not enough juice to get to the ball, unfortunately, as it gets popped over. Grab. Nobody back. Oh, Venom back just in time. But again, I'm starting to see, Malo, that there's that a lot of Vortex members don't have boost a lot of the time, and I gotta wonder, we're going back to, is it boost management or is it boost control from Blaze?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good question there. But looking at this, Vortex aren't doing too bad. They just need to produce a little more on offense, which you don't need. Oh, nice save there by Flame Intruder, and you don't necessarily need a boost to score.
That's very true. That's very true. And you don't need much boost to make a save either, to be fair. Some of the best goalies in Rocket League can make any save with just 12 boost. 2 minutes left on the clock. Vortex still down by 1 here. Sprinkle trying to make that 2. Not able to get it in. Flame Intruder puts it back in front of the net. This is dangerous for Vortex, as Grab's going to send that one away. Vortex needing some time to recoup here, get some boost, and get back in their rotations as Flame Intruder sends that one down. Sprinkle pops it back up. A little bit of an awkward play there from Blaze, but Grab not going to find the touch. Morty sending a shot down, but it goes wide. And Venom 50's in the midfield. Flame Intruder getting a touch. Sprinkle gets it away from Venom, but Morty there trying to get it in front of the net. Blaze playing amazing defense on the backboard with only just barely over a minute left in this game. Blaze is still up by 1, Malo. It is looking like not great for Vortex right now.
Yeah, it's not, but it's only you're only down 1, so it doesn't take much to get back into this, and take it to OT or at least potentially win here before OT. And as I say that, Sprinkle over here, I think they almost pinched it, but I think it was just Sprinkle there, and just a bad touch there by Venom. It just goes right to Sprinkle.
And unfortunately, they didn't. Vortex didn't have a man on that far post, so nobody was ready whenever that banger came through from Sprinkle. You got to be ready for those. We know Sprinkle's just going to put him on net and do him dirty. Morty trying to get it through, but Sprinkle big bodies the ball there in front of the net, keeps it out as time winds down. It's looking pretty grim for Vortex here. Can they get back into this? Grab is there. He gets the ball past the offender, but Flame Intruder keeping the pressure alive for Blaze. It's popped up. This is looking dangerous for Vortex. Flame Intruder trying to get a 3rd goal, but not going to be able to. The final 15 seconds here. Is Vortex going to be able to get a goal? They need one right now to reset back up and possibly get a second one off the kickoff. Morty with an opportunity. That one not going to go in. Nathan has got a huge body. He's so big. He's not going to let it go in. I don't know. That was amazing save from him, but I'm crying right now. Blaze with a huge win in game 5. Congratulations, Blaze. Truly earned that W. Truly earned your spot in the playoffs. My hat's off.
Wow. Yeah. Fantastic series, though. I'm super happy to see it go down like that. That was our first game too, where it was super close. So, or at least close to the end. So, great job here by Blaze. Congratulations to them. They play Lightspeed Saturday, and Vortex. Good luck next season. Sorry you did not make it here, but oh man, Blaze versus Lightspeed. I can't wait to see that. Now, what's your thoughts on how Blaze did here, Psycho?
I think they did fantastic. I mean, they dropped the 2 games, game 2 and game 4. They obviously made a lot of mistakes. Could have definitely played better, but I think that they deserved this win, to be honest. I think they played really well tonight. They were the better team. They did have that game number 1 that went in favor of them due to ping, packet loss, all that stuff, but that's neither here nor there. Vortex cleaned it up and they brought it back, so they had every chances that they could have won, or that they could have had to win. And I think Blaze just played a little bit better tonight. As simple as that, and they deserve it. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with the craziness with game 1, they still were able to you know ensure that they didn't lose that. So Vortex tried hard there to bounce back, and they were super close there, bringing it up to a game 5, and only losing by 1. So hats off to Vortex, and with next season's changes, I can't wait to see how they build for next season.
Most definitely. But that's pretty much going to wrap us up, ladies and gentlemen, for this game here. We are running a little bit behind schedule, so we're only going to take a very short break. Me and Malo are going to kick it in the booth with you guys for one more series. We're going down to the Novice League, so we're going to be, we're aficionados of the Novice League or whatever. But we got Ignite, number 9 seed, going up against Gorgons, number 10 seed. Quick break here if you want to get some snacks, drinks, stretch your legs or whatever. We'll be right back with some more Nemesis League action in a minute.